Hey, Jacob.
Oh, hey, Matt.
What are we driving today?
It's a bloody BYD Seal.
Oh, R.I.P. Tesla Model 3 Highland. You know, the facelift. R.I.P.
Or that's what you think we're going to say.
Well, that's what you might think we're going to say. You see, we're here with the Seal Performance. That is top of the range, and it will set you back just under 1,000 Australian dollars before on-road costs. Cheap. Cheap for a car that claims it will do 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. We'll test that out. Better test that out. We'll test that one out for you guys, don't worry. It's all fun and games when you can accelerate as fast as a rocket ship, but, you know, you can still get the facelifted Tesla Model 3, which, by the way, keeps coming down in price. It's about 72,000 Australian dollars, again, before on-road costs, and that will get you 0 to 100 in 4.4 seconds and quite a lot more range, about 100 kilometers more range, according to their claims anyway. So today we're going to take you for a tour of the BYD Seal. We're going to show you the performance variant here, go through the exterior, the interior. We're going to performance test it using satellite, see just how quick it is from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. We're going to drive it, see how does the performance perform.
Oh, good one, Matt. This is why I'm subscribed to CarSauce.
Subscribe. By the way, like the video if you haven't already, because it will really help us out. And then, Jacob, we're going to end on our final thoughts. And is this really that much better than a Tesla Model 3 at all? Okay, let's get into it. So we're here, as I said, with the performance, but you can actually get into the range really quite cheap. As I said, under 50 grand for the dynamic standard range. It's WLTP though, or real world driving range, is somewhere under 500 kilometers. So, you know, it's pretty good, not the best. That comes with a single motor at the rear, about 150 kilowatt, 320 Newton meters of torque, just under 62 kilowatt hour battery as well. So definitely the smallest, kind of the budget pick. If you step up to the premium, which again is rear wheel drive, but it has a better motor, you actually get way more power and torque, 230 kilowatt and 360 Newton meters. And that has a claim 0 to 100 of 5.9 seconds, so still pretty fast. And a bigger battery, about 81 kilowatt hours. If you step up to this, not only do you get a 230 kilowatt motor at the rear, you get a 160 kilowatt motor at the front. And that just puts out a stupid 390 kilowatt of power, 670 Newton meters of torque. With the same about 81 kilowatt hour battery, you'll get a 0 to 100 in about 3.8 seconds. Again, we'll test that. But yeah, this thing is really, really fast. But the one thing I just want to stress is that, yes, it's faster than a Tesla Model 3 all-wheel drive, but you know, we're talking a few milliseconds. We're not talking seconds. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, Jacob, let's talk about the exterior looks. And I'll be honest, man, I love it.
It's pretty aggressively styled at the front. I think it looks really cool.
Very. You guys might agree with us. We kind of think the front looks a bit like a Porsche Taycan. You can just tell through these LED daytime running lights here, but I don't know, I still think it's a good look. You can let us know what you guys think down in the comment section. Do you like the way that the Seal looks? You've got these LED lights here and LED turning signals. You've also got some more LEDs here. That's very unique. Does it make it look like a Seal, Jacob?
Yeah, like a neon seal.
Like a neon.
Like a robotic seal.
Cyberpunk Seal. You've got the BYD badge here. You're also going to notice that it's very bulbous, very blocked up. This thing has a really, really good drag coefficient. One of the best, like, ever, frankly.
0.219.
Exactly. Wow, you're good.
I think I'm autistic.
We have the I Love Seal number plate there. We've also got some airflow through there. Not very much, it's just to go through the AC compressor. I love this, Jacob. Check this out.
Quick, quick, quick. Open it. Hurry up.
Guys, you're not going to believe this. We have a really usable
frunk.
We have a usable frunk. 50 liters of space in there, which is actually quite large for a frunk in general. I can fit my porky little body in there, which is quite impressive, I think. Pretty good, man. It also says BYD on it.
It looks like an engine when it's closed.
It does. I don't know.
Funny.
Looks really sick, actually. Otherwise, Jacob, there isn't much to talk about. Let's check out the side.
Let's do it.
Okay, so coming to the side, you're going to see these 19-inch wheels here. They've got some aero on them to make this thing even more slippery. Continental tires, have got some fat rubber to them. They are, though, eco tires. So, yeah, look, not the best for when you're really cornering this thing, and a few times it has lost traction. So just keep that in mind.
Look, I think if you're going to sell an EV with almost 400 kilowatt of power, you should probably put performance tires on it.
Bit of understeer there, though. You know what? I agree with you, Jacob. Here you've got some styling, I don't even know. Got some mirror caps there with a 360 camera. It's got a very good 360 camera.
Very nice. Better than the GWM tank.
Oh,
perhaps.
Big call, Jacob.
Maybe.
Check this out, Jacob. We have keyless entry. Oh, pop out door handles.
Ooh.
And go. So pretty nice there, again, to make the car as slippery as possible. We have the shopping center spec here with the BYD decal on the side. You're not going to get that decal, my friends. You have some privacy glass there as well. You also get this like I wouldn't even know what you call it, Mustang-inspired C-pillar stuff. In terms of charging, this thing can charge up to 150 kilowatts, Jacob, so pretty fast, not the fastest. You know, it's not like Hyundai's 350 kilowatt, but 150 is okay.
It's kind of the standard you need to meet, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of what most public chargers charge up to anyway, to be honest, so yeah, fine.
Good enough.
And because this thing has a pretty big battery at just under 81 kilowatt hours, this thing has a range of about 520 kilometers. That's its WLTP, and it's getting about that. So it's actually quite impressive considering how much performance it's got. But keep in mind that compared to the current fastest all-wheel drive Model 3 you can get, that's got about 630 kilometers of WLTP. So
it's a big difference, 100 Ks in Australia.
And by the way, we are going to be reviewing the Model 3 Highland, the facelift, very, very soon. So make sure you subscribe down below. Here, you've got some pretty cool taillights. You've got a nice light bar there as well. BYD Seal 3.8S. That isn't in reference to a 3.8 litre supercharged V6. Instead, it refers to 3.8 seconds, 0 to 100.
My bad. I'm just an idiot, Matt. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm bringing that up. All-wheel drive as well. BYD badge there, doesn't say build your dreams anymore, which is probably a good thing. Down the bottom, you have a massive diffuser, like one of the most aggressive, sporty, cool looking, you know, things out there.
Egregious.
Egregious. Oh, Jacob, on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Powered tailgate. Took a second. In terms of boot space, it's pretty good. 400 litres. It does have a very narrow opening though. So we actually have a very small suitcase and we can't even open it up inside. We have to take it out to open it up, so a bit annoying. Under here, you have a little bit more storage with some charging cables there as well. You can also drop the second row, get plenty of space, and you got a little subwoofer there too.
Yeah, because the sound system's actually pretty all right.
Dyne Audio. Sounds good, guys. Let's check out the interior. Alrighty, guys. So coming into the interior now of the BYD Seal. Is it any good? Well, Jacob, what do you think?
Dude, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's actually really, really nice, guys. So we have really nice leather seats here. They're heated and cooled, at least here in the top spec. Comes in the premium as well. Steering wheel is heated. That is only for the performance. And they're 10-way adjustable as well. And you can get them into pretty good positions. I still wish there was a bit more leg support, to be honest, but other than that, it's okay. Touch around and it's just soft touch materials, leather, suede like Alcantara. Just beautiful. Like everywhere you touch, it's so nice and it feels really, really solid in here. And then technology in here is fantastic as well. I don't think it's really any better than what you'll get on a Tesla Model 3. In fact, I think in a lot of ways that's still kind of better. But this is still fantastic. Like second top of the class. So it's a 15.6 inch display. It's super, super snappy. You can also rotate it by pressing a button. That's the BYD party trick. Look, it's not necessary. It doesn't really give you anything, and you can only use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wired through the portrait display, through the landscape display. But anyway, who cares? Cool trick to have. You've also got a great 360 camera there as well, super intuitive to use. The air conditioning controls are buried within the display, which is okay. It's the same as the Model 3. I don't love it. It has copied the Model 3 here in that you have these air vents that you can move through the screen as well. It's not quite as simple and intuitive, but it works okay. And really you just kind of set it and forget it. So I can't complain too much, man, but I don't know. There's some weird quirks to the software that you still feel.
Yeah, it's definitely like a classic kind of Chinese car with those weird software quirks.
At the moment,
but
yeah.
It genuinely feels, when you sit in the interior, like a premium place to be.
It really does. This instrument cluster up in front of you, hey, it gets that over a Model 3. It actually shows plenty of information. It's really easy to use, and yeah, look, it's not going to blow your mind, but it's pretty damn good. Practicality here is fantastic. So you've got a little storage area here, USB-C port, USB-A port, 12-volt socket. You have dual wireless chargers, again, very Tesla Model 3. You can see who they went after. Here you have a pretty massive glove box, which is cool. A couple of cup holders there, a pretty massive center armrest too, and another storage area to the right of the driver. This is actually quite BMW, this shifter here. So it's like it looks like a little diamond thing.
It's a bit of a knob.
Yeah, a bit of a knob. I don't know.
Diamond knob.
I kind of like it. You got your mode selector there as well, and also a loose terrain style button there, just in case you have any traction issues in snow or whatever you get in Australia.
Yeah, we get heaps of snow here, don't we?
I will say I love this panoramic sunroof. It's one of those really smart ones that are like polarized so that when the sun hits it, it becomes darker.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not that hot to the touch, which is good. I'm sure, though, that there'll be aftermarket accessories to cover that up, just like the Tesla. I don't know, man. Really, really nice place to be. In fact, I'd say it feels in a lot of ways more premium. In other ways, it feels just a little less refined.
Exactly. More premium, less refined. Perfect summary.
Yeah, you kind of get more features, but they're not quite as solid. Anyway, let's check out the back seats. Okay, so back seats, what's it like back here? Well, I'm 5'11". I've got heaps of leg room behind my driving position. Actually, toe room is okay. If you jam your feet up, you won't get anything, but who does that? Also, headroom is really, really good. The one thing I don't love about this is that the floor is quite high and there isn't much support to these seats. So yeah, my legs are at a weird angle and they're not really supported. And also to the side, like it's really easy just to slide. But anyway, you have a center armrest here with a couple of cup holders. You get the same really nice leather seats. They do feel really, really nice. I just wish they were a little bit more supportive here in the back. Get a couple of air vents, a little storage area, and a USB-A and USB-C port. You also got tri-map pockets, Jacob.
Oh, you get map pockets above your map pockets.
Oh, we love that. And quality back here is really, really nice as well. And you do notice that when you're driving on the road, it's actually quite quiet in here because of all these soft touch materials. It helps to soak up a lot of the road noise and reduce the NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness. So really, really good, man.
100%.
All right, Jacob, enough bloody dilly-dally dollying. Let's launch this thing.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, friend, it's time to launch the BYD Seal.
See, I was about to say Atto.
Performance, me too. I don't know why. All right, they claim it'll do 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds, which is wild. That's what we got in the MG4 X Power. Let's see if this bad boy can do it. So
I have high hopes, but I don't think it's going to beat the MG4 X Power.
let's find out. Fist me. Here we go.
Oh, whoa!
Oh,
100.
Holy crap! That was really good.
very good, but not quite as good as they
Not
said.
below 4 though.
0 to 100 in 4.09 seconds.
Quarter mile.
You can't complain about that.
You
It's a
can't
bloody
complain about
stand.
Alrighty, friend. Let's drive this thing normally.
Okay.
Alrighty, Daddy Jacob.
It's time.
It's time. It's time to put the Seal into sport mode.
Is it a car or is it an aquatic mammal?
Hold my hand.
Probably should use my right. Oh! Oh! Thank God for those soft, squishy headrests.
Oh,
Because my head was like,
can we talk about what this thing has under its skin? Okay,
Sure.
It's got a dual motor setup. We have 390 kilowatt of power, 670 newton meters of instant torque. Bada bing, bada boom. I like my poom.
whoa!
So,
Holy crap.
I have a few comments. May I give them to you?
Give them to me straight.
This thing does start to lose a bit of puff as you start to
Yeah.
get higher in the speed. So you put your foot down here. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really
man.
fast, but it's, you know,
It's not crazy fast.
no, it doesn't just
Yeah.
pull your skin off.
No.
In terms of its suspension, it's actually quite soft.
Whoa.
So it's nice and wafty to an extent, but on the other hand, it doesn't really feel like a performance car in that sense, even though it's got upgraded dampers, do you know what I mean?
That's true, but like every EV, it's got a bit of a cheat mode going on with that low center of mass.
And it's not light, 2.2
No.
tons. This is a heavy, hefty boy. Let's put the car though back into, normal. So now we're back into normal and it's just so easy.
It's so serene. It's so quiet in here.
It's quiet, it's so comfortable. The steering is like really nicely weighted. And I think I was saying to you on the drive up that it just feels like premium, you know?
I agree.
Feels like
actually.
a premium,
Yeah,
a really premium
feels
product.
A lot more premium than the BYD Atto that we reviewed recently.
Yeah, they're definitely, like, as they release new models, their models become better. Obviously, this is more expensive, but, you know, it just feels so much better. It feels so much smoother. That's boring, though. Back into sport mode.
Oh yeah. This is what you're paying for, is those dual motors.
It really unlocks the power.
Oh my God.
The regenerative braking is not like the strongest thing in the world. No one-pedal driving, as far as I can tell anyway. You know, I'm going to say that it's like got 90% of what you would expect. Do you know what I mean? But maybe there's
In terms of
10%.
regenerative braking?
No, just in terms of, you know, the performance model in being performance-y. Oh my
Bro,
God.
if this is 90%, this is crazy. I don't know what you were expecting.
No,
this
because
is really fast.
I'm thinking Tesla Model 3 performance with
Okay.
its one-pedal driving, with its much stiffer, much less comfortable suspension, but better for cornering.
Okay, but when BYD has been doing it as long as Tesla, do you reckon they'll be better?
If it's at this price point, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, at this price point, how can you even beat this?
That's what I'm saying, man. This is pretty crazy.
This is pretty crazy.
And now we're stuck behind a bloody
A Hilux. Our favorite
Bro, can I be honest?
Tell me.
I think you're being a bit of a negative Nancy about the BYD seal.
I think I'm being a very level-headed
I think you need to
Leo.
You need to shut up
Oh.
and you need to go around Saucy Corner.
You mean saucy bloody corner?
Saucy
Jacob.
bloody corner.
All right. Tickle.
What was that? oh my
Jesus. Oh,
That's a lot of talk.
that's a lot of torque.
Okay.
Okay, they
That's
weren't
heavy.
lying. This thing is very fast. Okay, we
Ooh.
have torque vectoring.
Oh, you can feel the torque vectoring on the inside wheel there.
You can.
Wow.
The torque vectoring breaks the inside wheel, helps us to. Oh, bit of
Okay.
understeer there though.
I think I was a little bit too pedal happy through that second corner.
I think I did an okay job. Considering it's
You
me.
did an alright job.
It's
It is
me.
2.2 tons.
I deserve a gold
plus
star.
a mat.
Yeah, this thing is actually closer to 2.4 tons right now. Look, man, really impressive. Really, really impressive. The other thing to mention is this thing will drive itself down a highway like you would expect. It's got really good autonomous driving. A bit intrusive in terms of all of the safety stuff. They're all beeping and bonging, but you can turn it off really easily.
What
So-
car is it these days?
No, seriously, what car is it? You will not score 5-star safety rating if you don't.
Unless you're like tapping the customer on the shoulder. Every car must come with a sales representative to be like, pay attention,
Pay attention.
pay attention.
Pay attention. Oh, mum. Okay. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts?
Alrighty, friend. Final thoughts on the BYD Seal performance. May I give it to you?
Give it to me straight.
Look, is it RIP Tesla Model 3? No.
Absolutely not.
It's definitely not, because this thing does feel more unrefined in a lot of ways than a Tesla Model 3. It's definitely like more comfortable when you're just driving along a highway. It's got nice softly sprung suspension, blah, blah, blah. The range isn't quite as good as the equivalent Tesla Model 3. The performance is fantastic, but when you turn a corner, it kind of falls apart. And so, look, it's not that it's bad, it's just like, don't expect a Tesla Model 3 killer. You're getting something that's a bit cheaper, and you get quite a lot for your money, but yeah, you just got to keep its quirks in mind, that's all.
Yeah, I think it's a really strong competitor to the Tesla, and it's probably making Tesla push themselves a bit harder than they would have otherwise, but it doesn't kill it at all.
No. But let us know what you guys think down in the comment section. Would you buy one of these over a Tesla Model 3? I know that the performance isn't out yet, but would you? Let us know.